Alrighty, welcome back to Shock and Shock. I'm your host, Josh Gillis, and today is day 2 of Cage Week, and today is 1988's classic, one of my favorite films, Vampire's Kiss, directed by Robert Bierman, starring, of course, Nic Cage, along with Jennifer Beals and Maria Conchita Alonso. And boy, oh boy, this is a doozy. If you like Nic Cage, this is the one for you. So the film follows this man named Peter Lowe. He's an executive at this publishing company who thinks that he is turning into a vampire after he gets bitten, supposedly, by a bat while in his apartment with a woman there. He starts getting more and more erratic with his behaviors, and in the process tries to get his worker for him, Alva, to find this manuscript or receipt or something form for this person that works for their company, and progressively gets more aggressive towards her. All the while being visited by this woman named Rachel, who is a vampire, who visits Nic Cage throughout the film and tries to seduce him. Yeah. Oh man, this is quite the Cage performance. And to spoil it almost immediately there, it is shown that, Nic Cage is not turning into a vampire, and this is more of like an American Psycho situation where he's just losing his mind, presumably due to stress, but starts acting like he is turning into a vampire, making him violent and nasty. So, yeah. First off, a lot of people kind of treat this film like a meme or a joke, and it's not. This is American Psycho if it was better, in my opinion. I absolutely love this film. Nic Cage's over-the-top performance is purposeful. He's absolutely losing grip on reality. Everyone else in the film plays it with a straight face. So when Nic Cage is having these massive outbursts, it is in direct comparison to what's happening to everyone else. It's always a pleasure to watch him do this, though, because while it is, serving of the film, this is a very funny movie. He is very over the top. His mannerisms are crazy. He's doing these boisterous, hand motions and everything. He's this very physically commanding in this film. Maybe not in the traditional sense. He just seems very chaotic and, uncontrollable, both, in his performance and as a character. Nic Cage eats a cockroach in this film. It's disgusting, it's goofy, it's over the top, and it's fantastic. Nic Cage's foil, Peter Lowe's foil, and this is essentially Alva, who is scared of him because he's her boss, and the more that she is taking time to find this page or whatever for him, he's becoming more and more aggressive. There is assault in this, there is murder in this, and she's having to deal with all of this from her boss. And while it is debatable, why don't you just quit at this point? Which, she attempts to do, but then Nic Cage apologizes and she comes back. But girl, just leave. Her performance is so good. It's kind of hard to think that initially. I would say, because Nic Cage just really steals the show in this, but it is important to take a moment and appreciate the performances delivered by the side characters in this, because everybody actually does a really good job. It's just that Nic Cage is so projecting. He projects so much in this that it kind of takes over the screen. And it's just so good. It's paced really well. The story's really well told. Seeing Nic Cage's descent into madness is both funny and disturbing on occasion. The dialogue is insanely quotable. The music is great. It's super quotable. I want to state that you can quote this entire movie. I absolutely love it. I've seen this movie many times, and it's one of those things that you just find yourself saying stuff from it. And man, it is stellar. Jennifer Beals in this does a great job too. Everybody knows that I'm a fan of Flashdance. Make fun of me all you want. I absolutely adore that film. One day I'll review it, and I'll review it in complete seriousness because I love that movie. She does a great job in this as well. I think the cinematography is great. The settings in this feels, very of the time and late 80s New York with club scene and stuff. It's fantastic. I have no issues with this film. It's a perfect 5 for me personally. I know some people don't like this, but if you are open to the madness that it presents, you will have a fantastic time. I highly recommend picking this up physically. 'Cause it's one that, I rewatch a lot. I think a lot of people are going to want to watch this a lot. Just pick it up. You won't regret it. It's stellar. That's it for today. Come back tomorrow. Going to be doing a review for Face Off, along with some more subtle Nic Cage performances later in the week with Leaving Las Vegas, and maybe some of the more looked down upon Nic Cage films, because he for a man that's as prolific as he is some duds as well, and I unfortunately will be talking about at least one of them. But yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, keep your notifications on. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Zero thoughts, zero editing, zero brain cells, and zero planning.